What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by once again. This is ARCa coming at you with a BBIG Big Banger Update. Okay, you guys, so before we get started, well, the usual stuff, right? Please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video with a friend so that you and them could join the ARCab trading community. I wanted to touch on a couple things right here, you guys, aside from the trade. There are a few accounts now that some members of the Discord are noticing that are impersonating me. So these are imposter accounts. Please know that I will not message you first. I will not ask you to invest in anything. I'm not a financial advisor. Please take whatever I do say within these videos as a form of entertainment, and do your own DD and we'll be okay, you guys. But please, if you feel like it could be me, I would suggest messaging me on Twitter or on another platform, or even here on YouTube, and I'll respond to you and I'll tell you. But for sure, you guys, I will not message you first, okay? So with that said, let's begin. Okay, you guys, so if you don't understand English, you could definitely click on this subtitles pane right over here within the settings of YouTube, and if it's not already selected as English, click on the English and go back into it, and then you'll see auto translate. So within the auto translate function, you can see different languages right here, you guys. Okay, so definitely select your language of choice, and then you'll be able to understand exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, you guys, so let's go ahead and flip the page right over here and jump right into BBIG. Okay, so today, you guys, we definitely got some partially positive news and followed by just some negative news by the FOMC. So they definitely rugged the markets just a little bit, you guys. Within that price action, it's incredible that BBIG was able to still not fall below our trend line right here. We've been looking at this right angled ascending broadening wedge for quite some time now, and again, you guys, it recovered. So BBIG is definitely very strong within this area. I don't want to call a floor, but this feels like it for the time being, at least, right? So let's go ahead and move on to the next chart and see what we have. Okay, you guys, so this is the ascending channel that we've been riding, and we also did recover it in yesterday's price action, but unfortunately we have since moved below it once again. But I'm going to tell you guys, just like I did with this iteration, I want to see a candle closure below the trend line down here, below the support of the ascending channel, in order for us to validate a continuation onto the downside. But so far, or thus far, it has not happened. A couple things to notice real quick is that we definitely have the 10-day simple moving average as a form of resistance, and it just so happens to be right at our support from our channel. So this is the 50-day simple moving average right over here, you guys, and it is a form of resistance. So we can definitely come up and touch it and then continue on with our ascent. Let me get rid of this right over here, you guys. Just some people, wow. Just some people responding to some of the videos, right, that we're putting up. Good stuff. Okay, so now let's go ahead and move on to the next chart. It's getting very juicy within this area. So this is the triangle that we've been talking about, guys. If it wasn't for the FOMC, we would have, continued on testing our triangle, but we have since reclaimed the triangle, and as you can see, we have used the triangle support as a form of support. So again, you guys, this does not mean that we are not prepped for a breakout, because this candle right over here, you can see the wick going up to about right over here. It has broken market structure. So we have been making higher lows on the way down, right? And now this one actually just broke that structure and has now made a higher low. Sorry, a higher high from this area in comparison. Now, there are a couple speculative I'd say formation thing here to look at. I'm a little perplexed by this, because this is typically considered to be a bearish harami setup, and the reason why I'm not giving it validation as a bearish harami is because the wick is actually past the green, the body of the green candle right back here. So usually bearish haramis would have to lay within the body of the green candle, and it is a signal of continuation of trend. So just in case some of you see it or think I didn't catch it, I'm definitely seeing it, you guys. This is not an engulfing setup either. It would have to be inverse. It would actually have to be red here and green here. So this may actually be nothing. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there, you guys. I just wanted to give you everything that I'm seeing, right? So we are still within the triangle here, you guys, and we have not failed it just yet. And in fact, we still would need a closure of a daily candle, preferably below this support line, in order for us to confirm or validate a move to the downside. We have not gotten that thus far. So now let's move on to the statistical side of this, you guys. For the new viewers, this is volatility represented by BBWP, and volatility is direction neutral. So we are at extreme contraction levels right over here, you guys. So if this starts moving to the upside, that doesn't necessarily mean that the price is going to continue on to the upside. When we reach extreme contraction or extreme expansion, that just signals a high amount of volatility coming in. So the longer it stays within these extreme percentile, the more volatility is likely to come in. So a couple things to notice within this for the new viewers. Every single bar is a 1-day print. So this is interesting because in the entire history of trading for BBIG, it has never sat at contraction critical levels for this long amount of time, and I'm for real about that, you guys. So let's go ahead and zoom out just so you can see. This is the beginning of the trading for BBIG, and as you can see, not even in the expansion phases have we had such a strong amount of volatility building up, and this is signaling a very strong move, you guys. Since volatility is direction neutral, we pair it with momentum indicator. In this case, we're going to use stochastic momentum. So this will give us the bias and direction. Usually stochastic momentum has been right at about 80 to 90% of the time in guessing the direction for the asset to move based on either extremes of contraction or expansive levels right over here. Now let's go over the results for retracing or reversing from those extreme contraction levels. I have it right over here somewhere, you guys. Let me bring it right down here. Okay, so out of the 25 total iterations that I've taken from where we have reversed from this from these critical lows, see right over here, we entered the critical zone below the 15 percentile, which is this green line. Critical lows, critical lows, critical lows. I've taken every single iteration and I've measured the upside thrust versus the duration and versus the amount of times it has gotten or guessed the direction to the upside correctly. So out of those 25 iterations, 16 were proven correct. That gives us an averaged upside accuracy of 64%, with an averaged upside thrust of 62.14% over the span of about just over 15 days. This is proof of work. And I mean, applying those metrics to where we are currently sitting right now, we get an interesting level, you guys. This is the 62% rise, and we land right at the 1.618, which is also in confluence with the 200-day simple moving average, which is outstanding. And in doing so, you can see that we've used this this line several times, you guys. This is support right over here, support. So our target is definitely a desired target. Another very important key fact to notice right over here, you guys, is that if we pull up the BBWP and start looking back in other time frames, you'll notice that starting from the 3-day, we are below the critical zone. So this is the critical. Keep an eye on that. This is the 3-day. This is the 2-day. This is the daily. This is the 12-hour. This is the 8-hour, the 6-hour, the 4-hour, the bi-hourly. And the bi-hourly is actually now starting to retrace. Interesting. So we have almost all of the all of the small time frames, including the larger time frames, in critical lows, you guys. This is indicating a potential strong move, and so far, the momentum oscillator is suggesting a potential upside move. Now we just need the moving average to start moving towards the upside as well, you guys. So this can be a very powerful move for BBIG coming up, and it's likely a macro move. So we'll see what those results will bring. Let's look at the RSI for the immediate short term, you guys. So this is going to be the 30-minute. New viewers, please listen up. The RSI is split into two sections. This is the bullish control zone, and the bottom half is the bearish control zone. The inner workings of the zones, of either zones, is bull weakness and bear weakness. The outer zones are strength percentiles, so bear strength and bull strength, right? So for the immediate short term, we're getting a flat read. We're not getting any bias in direction, similarly to the 15. Let's go to the buy hourly and see what it's got. 2-hour time frame is also giving us a flat read as well, which is not uncommon for BBIG within the last couple of months, you guys. We have been just trading sideways unbelievably too much. The 6-hour is giving us a slight downside, and we are trading above the moving average. Sorry, below the moving average, which is bearish, and we are getting closer to the deeper zones of the bear weakness percentile, which means we can be gravitated into bear strength. Let's look at the 12-hour. 12-hour, no direction. You can see right here that it's straight up. It's still direction neutral. And the daily is suggesting a downside move, you guys. So we could potentially face an entire day of sideways trading, followed by followed by some downside at the end of the trading session tomorrow, you guys. This is it's probably going to be another day similarly to how we've been facing the last few weeks. So nothing too exciting other than what I'm talking about for the stats right over here, you guys. This is definitely loading up for something interesting, and we'll find out exactly what that's going to be. But I think this is a pretty good place for me to leave off the video. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me on Twitter, on Discord. I'll leave the links at the bottom so you could join the ARCa trading community. And yeah, so with that said, I wish you well, and I'll catch you at the bell. Adios.